Hey guys, know it's been quite a while since I posted a video. That doesn't mean I've quit. Just haven't had time lately, but I definitely intend to continue posting videos. Today I'm posting video response as a contest entry for Classic Game Hunter's 2000 subscriber contest. Leave a link to his contest video and to his channel. Definitely check it out. Definitely worth checking it out. And his question for the 2000 subscriber contest is, name your top 3 arcade games. Well, I'd have an easier time naming my top 15 or 20 arcade games, but I've decided to put them in 3 categories. The first one is early games. Games that, as far as I can remember, were already in the arcade when I started going. And this first one is Monaco GP. Played the heck out of it. As long as that machine was in the arcade, as long as I went there, even up into the 80s, I remember it being in the arcade. And there was always a long line if the arcade was at all busy. You'd have to wait to play it. Absolutely loved it. My favorite racing game really of all time. One thing, of course, that gives it an advantage for me is it's really the only game I ever played in a racing cabinet. I haven't played any of the others, so that, even if other racing games were about as good, this gave it, still having the arcade, the set-down car-style cabinet definitely improved the experience. But even taking that into account, it still is a superior racing game. Very much enjoyed playing it. Second, we have the later games. This is my favorite of the games that came out towards the end of when I personally stopped going to the arcade, because I had enough games for my color computer. I just played games at home and didn't go to the arcade as much. But before I stopped going, Popeye came out on arcade. I played it every chance again. I played it every chance I got in the arcade. Really enjoyed it. Originally, Nintendo intended to license the Popeye character from King Features and weren't able to, so they turned out Donkey Kong. Well, later on, of course, they were able to work out a deal to license the Popeye character. Very glad they did, because I enjoy the heck out of the game. And that brings us up to number 3. Of the games that I didn't play in the arcade back in the day, this would have to be my favorite. And it is in a very small category. In fact, it's in there by itself, because this is the only game I can think of that I never played back in the day, but I have recently had a chance to play. Because not long ago, the local movie theater had in Centipede, Millipede, Missile Command game. And so I was able to play this in the arcade. Have an excellent version of it for the Atari 800. A lot of times, sequels to classic arcade games are just busier. Well, Millipede is definitely busier than Centipede, but it's busier in a good way. Very much enjoyed playing it. Glad I had the chance to play it in the arcade recently. And so those are my 3 entries of my top 3 arcade games. And like I say, I do intend to keep posting videos, even though I haven't posted many lately. So I'll end this as always. More later.